Kia ora, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to a McFetrich Park that is drenched in sunshine. It is a stunning Auckland afternoon for this round 13 match between the Northern Rovers, the home side, and the pride of Christchurch, the Canterbury United Pride. Although the top two spots in the Women's National League Championship have been decided, there's still a bit to play for here today, with the Pride just 2 points behind Rovers, and they'll be looking to leapfrog the Auckland side and secure third spot on the table. It's the score from Western Springs. Important score that for Rovers. If Central had caused an upset, then Rovers could have snuck into that second spot, but Western Springs doing the job, and currently in the 67th minute, it's 4-0 to the home side. Looking the situation at the table, you can see the top two sides there have cleared out. Northern Rovers sitting in third, Canterbury in fourth, and just the 2 points separating these two teams. So Canterbury United can jump over Northern Rovers and break this sort of Auckland deadlock at the top of the National League Championship standings. Teams going through their pre-match handshakes, and let's look at the two sides. Firstly, Canterbury Pride. There is a late fitness test for Rebecca Lake, the number 3, the centre back there. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Rebecca Lake. If she is unfit, then Frankie Moreau, number 9, will come into the side. Played right back for the Pride last week, and Eleanor Firth, the number 2, will drop across into that centre back position. Look for the very experienced Hepburn in the middle of the park, and now looking at Northern Rovers. Late change for them as well. Illness has struck, and so Rene Wasi comes into the team and slots into one of those defensive midfield positions. Our referees, our officials for the afternoon, Chris Trent is on the whistle. He will be supported by Reza Al-Raba and Junji Dio. Riley Greenbury is our fourth official. Talking to Ben Bate before the game, the council sprayed the pitch. So as we've seen throughout Auckland, a number of pitches have been sprayed by the council, so the grass just starting to brown off a bit here at McFetrich. They've got one more game on it next week, which will be interesting to see how the pitch holds up throughout the coming week. But it's very hard surface, just walking across it before the game, and it's been mown very short. So expect to see the ball sort of running very quickly across the surface. Canterbury in their traditional royal red strip, Northern Rovers in their black outfit. The last time these two sides met was way back in round 5. It was Rovers at a canter, 4-1. But Canterbury are on a good run of late, and they've won 4 of their last 5, including a 2-1 victory over Eastern Suburbs and a 7-2 demolition of Auckland United last weekend, with Charlotte Roche, the number 6 up front, scoring a hat-trick. There's Lara Wall with a snapshot early on, just high over Alan Blount's goal. As we see with Northern Rovers, always trying to play out short from the back from the keeper, inviting pressure, and you can see Charlotte Roche there, the number 6, trying to pounce. As I said, hat-trick last week, 7 goals in her last 4 games, scored in the last 4 matches for the Pride. So a real rich vein of scoring form, the striker for the Canterbury Pride. Rene Wasi here, that's a good ball inside. Pressure here, and Courtney Noble claiming the corner, but goal kick given. Just that move. Courtney Noble there, and keeper Una Foyle just getting out there quick to snuff out the danger. Good switch of play, almost trying to get in behind Talisha Green. But the Northern Rovers captain up to the task. See here, Frankie Moreau taking the throw. So Frankie Moreau has come into the side. Looks like Rebecca Lakes failed that late fitness test, and that's meant a reshuffle at the back for the Pride. Moreau comes in at right back, as I said, where she played last week in that resounding victory over Auckland United. And Eleanor Firth will head across into one of those two centre-back positions. Here is Moreau again. Needs a bit of support. Looks to go forward. Trying to link up. But Wasi with the header. Only as far as Dabner. Roach just bundled off the ball there. Now it's out to Alexis Cook. Here's Greer McIntosh, just hooks that one with the outside of her foot. It's quite well there, and there's a scuffle for the ball. Chelsea Elliott there. Working hard for the Pride. Noble trying to slip the ball in behind for Alexis Cook. The pace of Cook down this left flank. Keep an eye out for that. Here's a good run as well. This time from Jewel. Maisie Jewel goes for the nutmeg. Just can't execute it. But good pressure here from Rovers. And there's a whistle. I think something with Maisie Jewel after she had gone for that nutmeg. Now the Pride, ball over the top. Good chase from Roche. Talisha Green just plays it off the striker. Really noticeable last weekend in the Pride's game against Auckland United. A number of their goals were long balls that just bisected the back four of Auckland United, and it was the pace of Roche and the other strikers that got them in behind and created some really dangerous scoring opportunities, which they did really well to take 7 of them. In a resounding scoreline. It was only 2-1 at half time to the Pride, but you know, a really strong second half. Here's Petra Buick. Buick just knocks that one inside. Chelsea Elliott, always calm on the ball. And now Talisha Green just puts her foot through it all the way forward. Kelly Brown rolls it across the field. Good play from Rovers. Alexis Cook trying to chase down Moreau, and Foyle comes out, pounces on that one. Nice passage of play that from Rovers. No ball in the right back position, attacking down the left wing. Firth drives it forward. Just trying to flick that one round the corner was Roche. Got too much on it. Moreau dispossessed. Noble. Let's see what Rovers are trying to do. Just play the ball in behind the fullbacks. Get Alexis Cook running onto it. Chelsea Elliott heads that one down. This is Danielle Canham just rolls the ball out to Talisha Green. Noble again in behind. Here's Cook. Good opportunity to this. Can she find him at the target? And just too close to the keeper. You can see Kelly Brown coming in on the back post. Lovely ball in behind, and Cook there. Just not sure she was trying to squeak that one in on the near post, but Foyle had to be alert. And here's the ball right across the face of goal. Just out of reach. Ellen Blount couldn't get across to that ball. Good numbers there for the Pride. Chloe Bellamy wins the ball. Lara Wall with the throw into Roche. Again bundled over. See how hard it is to control the ball. Such a hard surface. See the ball does come off the ground. It bounces up very, very high. And players find it difficult to get it down under control. Shepherded out by Bellamy. Moreau. Noble slips the ball inside. Here's Wassi. Buick dispossessed. Brown, former Phoenix player Kelly Brown. Noble, he just runs away from there. Here's Wassi. She's got a good turn of pace. Well, lovely ball from Wassi. Alexis Cook. There's it. The shot comes in through the legs of Foyle. And the first goal of the afternoon. I think that might have been Suya Herring, actually. Number 5 had come across to the left flank. It was a lovely ball from Wassi outside of the foot. That ball there just bisects the defence, and it is Suya Herring coming down and just picks her spot through the legs of Una Foyle, and Northern Rovers go 1-0 ahead. Well, they've tried a couple of times already with that type of play. Looking in behind Frankie Moreau in that right back position. And here come the Pride. Can they respond straight away? Ball just played too far out, and Green looking to pick out Courtney Noble. This is a good run from Lara Wall. Lara Wall. And the cross. Disappointing into a good, promising position. Blount again, just playing it short to Chelsea Elliott. Canham. Elliott. Nice move from Chelsea Elliott. And again, they're peppering this left-hand side. This time it's Cook. You can see the pace that Cook's got there. Well dealt with by Frankie Moreau. May have overrun that, but there were no Northern Rovers players in attendance. Flicked inside Dabner. And that'll be a Rovers throw. So you're Herring with the throw. Goal scorer, Herring. Forest Hill youth player. She has a pick of a lot of nationalities to play if she ever wants to, if she ever has the opportunity to play internationally. Could play for the US, Taiwan, Germany or New Zealand. So number of passports there for Suya Herring. Flicked on by Cook. Noble putting pressure on. Again, there's something that Rovers are doing very, very well. Not letting this Canterbury side settle. Kept in. Nice turn by Cook. Little Maradona there on the sideline. Cook again, tracks in field. Needs a bit of support. Canham goes wide. See Talisha Green right up. Here she is now. Should get to the ball. Can drive it across into the side netting. But good positive play from Northern Rovers. Talisha Green, their captain, getting well forward. Lending her support to the attack. Lara Wall goes wide. Just at the moment, the Pride can't really get the ball or can't play the ball through the thirds. So just struggling to get good quality service into the players up front. McIntosh to Elliott, back to Alan Blount. Hasn't had much to do, Blount, in the first 15 minutes. Blount looks for Green, just flicked on. Here's Kelly Brown. Having a good goal scoring championship. Kelly Brown is released from the Phoenix just before the National Championship started. Got picked up by Rovers and has scored 10 goals so far in the competition to date. That puts her third on the Golden Boot ladder. One behind Devon Jackson of the Eastern Suburbs, but 7 behind Taylor O'Brien, who is the out-and-out leader of the Golden Boot race. The two Suburbs players leading the Golden Boot standings. Ball headed on, and there's pounced by Alexis Cook. Well, it came from nothing. It looked like Canterbury were going to clear the ball, and then the ball just came across the face of goal. And Alexis Cook stuck in between a couple of defenders and just rifled that one into the roof of the net over Una Foyle. Northern Rovers lead 2-0. And Canterbury just a little bit all at sea at the moment. Need to get their foot on the ball, because at the moment Northern Rovers are just dominating the play and certainly dominating the score sheet. Blount across to Herring. There's a bit of pressure. Wassi. Rene Wassi just gets dispossessed, edge of the box, gets help from a teammate, comes away with the ball. Another outside of the foot pass. We've seen a couple of those. Another one, Kelly Brown in behind, but the flag's gone up on the far side. Just straying a bit early there, Kelly Brown. Firth. Again, the ball forward. Not sticking for Canterbury. They're not. Rovers not allowing them to play the ball forward easily. Firth again. A long ball over the top, looking for the run of Petra Buick. Ricocheting round the middle of the park. Nice pass from Courtney Noble. Now it's driven across. Alexis Cook again trying to get in behind the defence. I think she was in an offside position. Let's have a look at the goal again. And it was just hooked across, headed on, and you can see Alexis Cook reacting quickest. And pretty much out of nothing, that Cook just found herself between the two defenders and able to volley the ball over the head of Una Foyle. So Talisha Green there just holding her hand. She's got smashed between a couple of the Canterbury players. So it'll be a free kick to the home side. Elliott sends it down the line. And oof, pretty agricultural challenge there from Kelly Brown. Somewhat quizzical look from Lara Wall. Here's Wassi. Wassi takes it over again. And that ball just skews off the foot of Wall. Not a great clearance. Head tennis in the middle of the park. Wassi tries to get it down. Hepburn here. Good pressure from Wassi. Just rolls it back to Kendra Smith. It's a good pass. Wide out. Petra Buick flicks it down the line. Roche. Haven't seen much of Charlotte Roche so far this afternoon. And that is to the detriment of the Pride. Just feeding off scraps is Roche at the moment. Wall into the box. Wall, and across comes the experience of Chelsea Elliott. Just the calmness of the centre back. Never looks flustered. There's good technique, his Chelsea Elliott, and just a very, very calming influence back there. Ball sent across and straight into the gloves of Unifoil. Bellamy. Now Rovers come away with it again, looking for that switch and play. I think they've made a conscious effort, Rovers, to look for those big diagonals in behind, especially down the right-hand flank of the Canterbury Pride. And this time Alan Blount has to come out and collect the ball, but no real problems for the Northern Rovers custodian. Now Canterbury, ball into the box. Herring under pressure, does well. Wins a couple of challenges. Moreau. And a long strike from distance, and it's just over the bar. Well, it was an adventurous effort. And the first real strike on target, off target, but first real strike at Alan Blount's goal. And it was from distance and just over the crossbar onto the roof of the net. So at least the Pride are getting a little closer.
Rochi, come!
Moreau, oh, that's a miscontrol from Moreau. Alexis Cook plays it into Noble. Can she find support? Gets it from Canham. Danielle Canham sent wide, hits it across the face of goal again, and foiled down to smother. Good run from Canham, but she just got forced a little wide and then had to try and cut the ball back across goalwards. Nice little piece of interplay there between Herring and Wassi. McIntosh. Blount comes out, just gets rid of the ball. Taking no risks. The Northern Rovers keeper. Another one of the many players in this Northern Rovers side that played for Forest Hill, Milford in their youth. Of course, Northern Rovers is a result of a merger between Forest Hill and Glenfield Rovers. This is the second season of that merger. They finished third in the NRFL Women's Premiership in their first season and then won it this year. Only lost one game of the 21 games, conceded only 14 goals in those 21 games, and then obviously moved into this National League Championship, and at the moment are looking like they're going to secure a third place in the championship behind Suburbs and Western Springs. So all in all, a pretty good season for Ben Bates and his squad. Just talking with a number of the coaches, like Alana Gunn and Ben Bates. I think they're finding a lot of the players are tired. It's been a long season as the Pride get into the penalty area. And again, nullified by this Rovers side, and they charge off down the wing. There's a good tussle there between Lara Wall and Kelly Brown. Wall getting pushed around a bit, so probably has to find a bit of physicality. Just going back to that, as I say, having a conversation with a few of the coaches. Ryan Faithful at Western Springs, Alana Gunn, Ben Bate, Stephen Hoyle. Towards the end of the season, there's been a few injuries and a lot of tired players playing now. A lot of these players pushing 30 games for the season. So just a couple of weekends left. The final between Eastern Suburbs and Western Springs set down for the 18th of December. Final of the men's competition tomorrow. So that should be an interesting battle between Wellington Olympic and Auckland City, to be played at Mount Smart Stadium. Originally booked for the Justin Bieber concert, but he couldn't make it into New Zealand, so we've got football instead. This should be an absolutely cracking game. I think Wellington Olympic have had a fantastic season in the men's side of the competition. And that is certainly no gimme for Auckland City. Of course, Auckland City won the OFC Champions League during the year. Won the NRFL Premier Grade at a canter, as we have an injury here. Trying to see who that is. It might be Kendra Smith, is it? As the players head over to get some hydration. It's a pretty warm afternoon here in Auckland. As I said up the start of the broadcast, it's a glorious day. The sun's been out all afternoon. You can see the trees just sort of blowing in the background, so just a little bit of a breeze, not too much as you look at the flag on the halfway line. Eleanor Furthers was having the problem, so she goes over to the sideline. Referee calls the players back onto the field. So this is the second game of the round. We've seen Western Springs, who were leading Central 4-0 with about 20 minutes to go in that game. We'll try and get you an updated score if we can. Auckland United are up against Capital Football, and Southern United up against Eastern Suburbs. Southern United on a good little run, and I think Eastern Suburbs will find that a difficult encounter, especially down in Dunedin. It's a long way to go. So it'll be interesting to see if Southern United can upset Eastern Suburbs. And if they could do that, they would draw level on 24 points with the Canterbury Pride. That is if the Pride can't get themselves some points out of this game. Dabner. Again, that ball forward is letting down this Canterbury Pride side. Slipped inside. Here's Cook. Can she keep the ball in? Oh, struggling to do so. Cook goes for a little 1-2 with heading. But just over half an hour gone. Northern Rovers still with that 2-goal advantage. Goals from Suya Heading and Alexis Cook. So this left side of the field has been very productive for Ben Bates' team. Hearing calling for the foul. I think there may be a substitution, and Eleanor Firth can't continue. And it is Michaela Hunt who will come on. And talking to Alana Gunn before the game, the Pride have been really hit by injuries this year. A couple of ACLs, a player with a concussion in round 1 that still is unable to work even. Is that serious? So 2 players went down with glandular fever. And then on top of that, just your normal run-of-the-mill knocks and bruises. So it's been a very disrupted season as far as personnel is concerned. I think in recent weeks they've got a number of players back, and that's why the results are starting to click now. And just unfortunately for the Pride, just a little bit late in the piece. The Pride have such a proud record in this National League, at National League level. Used to be the Mainland Pride, of course. National champions 2013, 2014, 2016, 18, 19 and 20, although the 21 was COVID affected, but still that's a pretty impressive record. I think it'll be interesting to see over the next few seasons, given the Auckland teams have gone into a club-based scenario. Suburbs, Springs, Rovers and Auckland United, whereas the rest of the country obviously still in the federation format. So again, talking to a couple of the coaches, they think that maybe moving to a club-based system right across the country would probably improve maybe the quality of some of the teams. It'll be interesting to see if what New Zealand football do with this competition in the coming seasons. Here's Hepburn looking forward, gets it back again. Hepburn, Wasi gets in, just knocks her off the ball. Wasi. Jewel with the little step over, but well read. Now Bellamy. Here's a chance to shoot. Roche, can she get on the ball? No, she can't. And Wasi plays it out to Cook. Cook had some support there, elected not to use it. Here's Moreau. Moreau looks inside, but those passing lanes are blocked out by this Rovers defence. Good intervention again by Hepburn, but just at the moment, both sides guilty of coughing up possession too easily. Just a score update in the Western Springs Central game. It's well, the last 20 minutes were not kind to Central. They were 4-0 down on the 70th minute, and look at that for a scoreline. Western Springs really putting them to the sword at the end of the game. 9-0 in favour of Springs. So that elevates them to 29 points, 4 behind Eastern Suburbs. As I said before, Eastern Suburbs up against Southern United. Suburbs can't be caught. You can see the table there. You can see Springs 29, Eastern Suburbs 33. So Eastern Suburbs will win the round robin part of it. They play Western Springs next weekend in a prelim to the final, which will be the same the following weekend. So I think Suburbs and Springs will start to get sick of the sight of each other. You can see here Talisha Green, Lara Wall, both battling for the ball. Noble, good support from Green. Green looking for the big switch, and that's too difficult for her teammate to bring under control. Just sometimes I think Talisha Green could possibly look to play a bit shorter. Tends to play quite long when she gets the ball. See the ball bouncing up and down on the hard surface there. Difficult in the middle of the park. Moreau gives good support. Can she get in behind? Oh, she's in a good position now. Looking for a cross, but just skews her cross into the side netting. Again, a disappointing end, having got into a really good position. Just looked like she was going to get crowded out, but not a good challenge from Canham. And then the cross eventually just skewing off the side of her boot. Here come the Pride this time. That's a good ball. McCann pulls it in and sends it back into the penalty area. Just left short by Kelly Brown. Here's Noble. But encouraging signs that time from the Pride. Did really well down the left flank, and it was a good cross. But again, just the connection between the players crossing and the players in the box, still not there at the moment. Here's Roche. First chance we've really seen of her. She slips the ball wide. And the shot into the near post. Blount gets down. Good positioning from Ellen Blount. Pretty much straight into her arms. It was Bellamy with the shot. Green playing it into Wassi. Wassi, that's a good ball. Allowing Brown to get down the right flank. Hesitates, and then Ball just ricochets off wall. As I said, a good physical tussle on that side of the field between Lara Wall and Kelly Brown. Wasi flicked inside and Dabner. Been bait there, just to the right of your picture, surveying the scene here. He'll be very happy with the scoreline, obviously. Probably would have liked to have seen his side maybe dominate the ball a little bit better. Yeah, nice, cool, calm play from Chelsea Elliott. McCain. Cook. And away come the Pride. Michaela Hunt. This is Bellamy. Bellamy! And another shot off target for the Pride. It was Petra Buick. Well, that's not on her favoured left foot. So she's coming off the left flank. Ben Bay just having a little conversation with Riley Greenbury there, the fourth official. Maybe talking about how much time is going to be added on. If this was the World Cup, as we've seen, you might see about 10 minutes. As it stands, probably 1 or 2. Buick. Former Ellerslie player, gets upended. Referee says there's no advantage there, and this could be a yellow card. First yellow card of the afternoon goes to Courtney Noble. She's tracking inside there, and just that's a late challenge on Buick. Now, Talisha Green seems to have a problem. Confirmation of that yellow card. See Riley Greenbury there, just going to the board. See how many additional minutes there are. And it is 3. Alicia Green taking on some fluids as looks like she's got an issue with her left ankle. Heads over to the sideline as she must do. And the free kick taken. Sending that into a crowded area of Northern Rovers players. It's Noble on a yellow card now. Herring. Elliott. Into Green. Green pushing right up now. Here's Wasi. Courtney Noble, can she bring that one under control? Nope. just runs away on this very fast surface. So just over a minute left of time added on here at the end of the first half. Can Canterbury find a way to get themselves or reduce the deficit before half time? Alexis Cook. But again, it's Northern Rovers doing much of the pressing. Territorially, most of the game's been played in the Canterbury Pride half of the field. Moreau and Cook. Hepburn. Straight to a black shirt though. Canham. Substitute Michaela Hunt. Just taking her time on the ball. Hepburn again. Looking for the switch and play for Buick. But it's a bit long for Petra Buick. Petra Buick, 3 goals. A couple of cracking goals against Western Springs in a 3-2 loss. And the Pride were 3-0 down, and then from these sorts of positions, Petra Buick would, took the ball on a long run and then just smashed it home as the referee blows for half-time. In a half where there was a lot of scrappy play, but in the first 15 minutes, it was Northern Rovers that jumped out to a 2-goal lead, and they've managed to hang on to that lead to the halftime break. And here at McFetridge Park, it'll be Northern Rovers who come back in the second half, leading 2-0.
Reset nicely, but now Watson's got a chance here. Good ball. Here's a big chance with that player slipping over. And the chance is taken. It's Mason Smith. Sam Mason Smith knows how to finish. His 4th goal of the National League, and Miramar reclaim the lead.
This is a long strike from Howison, and it's cleared the goalkeeper, caught him completely unawares with the wind, and that is one of the best long-range goals you'll ever see.
Are we picking goal of the season already from Cam Howison? I think so.
Gully onto the right foot, beautiful pass, Jack Henry Sinclair's onside.
Nice goal.
That's a brilliant finish by Jack Henry Sinclair. One of the most exciting players in the National League Championship, and Wellington Olympic double the lead.
There's a ball for a Melbourne player, this time it has! It's a 3rd goal and they take the lead in the game, and it's Kaloti who scored it. Well, all this pressure coming from these corners had to count for something in the end for Melville, and it has.
Casual with seizing that ball. And now the space here for Jacob Richards. Oh, that's a fine finish by Jacob Richards. And it came from a Melville United mistake in midfield, but there's no doubting the quality of this volley.
Switch of play from Tado. That might be the only way Joe Lee gets possession, is with a 40-metre pass. Shuffles in, Tade hits his spot and hits the back of the net. And there is the threat, there is the danger. And Auckland United pay the biggest price. And Emi Tade scores again for Auckland City.
Rover, that's on Smith. Back onto his right foot, that's a decent run, and that is a decent goal. A more than decent goal, in fact. William Pearce. And Miramar Rangers have been opened up with a lovely piece of play and creativity by Christchurch United.
United on the counter now. An opportunity through Zambrano to use the full width of the pitch on this left wing side. Opportunity for Faye, the under-20 international, and they've got the opening goal. And that is stunning. What a finish on the volley from Zambrano. And that is counter-attacking football at its best. Soaking up the pressure, United. And within 2 or 3 passes, the ball is in the back of the net. Auckland City are both lucky, but they still give possession away. So shooting opportunity, deflection, just hits the post. And on the rebound, they scored early. This is a stunning opening from Birkenhead, and it's their captain, Sam Burfoot, who scores. And it seems incredible after just 3.5 minutes to say that it's been coming, but it has.
And here is Tade with Howison sweeping forward. This is looking likely here for Auckland City. Howison early ball in, and there is the goal, beautifully done. Ryan de Vries opens the scoring. Superb combinations from the attacking trio.
Nicely done by Joe Poole, and Rawaka has managed to find his way past one opponent. He's got Wilkinson just to his left, who's lined up the shot.
Oh, that's a fine finish. What a goal by Eddie Wilkinson. Set up by Rawaka. Christchurch back in business.
Tade, heavy first touch, maintains possession. Tade, near post, what an equaliser! Emi Tade, you are a magician.
Oh, I say, what a goal! What an absolutely beautiful goal! And the balcony at Shepherd's Park erupts in delight, and Auckland United find themselves a goal down.
Yeah, some absolute cracking goals there in the Men's National Championship. You can see the Golden Boot, Garvin Coughlin and Gianni Bazoukas atop the Golden Boot standings with 9 goals. It's a good haul, and 9 goals in 9 games. Jess Randall sitting in 3rd spot. Oliver Colotti from Melville. That's a good haul from Ollie Colotti, the young under-20 international, in a side that only hit their straps late in the piece. So that's a good effort from Colotti. 6 goals. Sam Mason-Smith perennially on the goal-scoring tally, and let's see a couple of cracking goals from Emiliano Tade, who makes the list as well. And the final tomorrow from Mount Smart Stadium, live on Sky Sport 3, kicks off coverage starts at 1:50 p.m. So be sure to tune in for that. It's bound to be an absolute cracking game. A lot to play for, because still not decided what's happening with the OFC Champions League, so whether New Zealand get 1 or 2 spots. So a massive game for both these clubs, looking to represent New Zealand at next year's OFC Champions League, and then next year's FIFA Club World Cup. So let's have a look at the highlights from the first half of our game here at Northern Rovers this afternoon. And it started with Rovers peppering this left-hand flank. Alexis Cook there drawing the save from Una Foyle on the near post. It's a lovely ball from Rene Wasi, and it was Suya Herring with the first goal. Just getting in behind the defence and just driving that one home. Long-range shot from Hepburn over Alan Blount's goal. Chloe Bellamy was doing well, getting a couple of down the flanks, but the opportunities for Canterbury United were few and far between. And then there was a second goal from Alexis Cook, And that was the scoreline at half-time. Let's have a look at the goals, some of the goals from the women's competition over the last rounds.
Lovely ball is Prince across the face of goal. Here's a goal. Ball laid into the path of Kennedy Bryant for her second, and that was an absolutely cutting-edge attack from Southern United. Lovely ball in behind the defence. Prince did the build-up work, and Bryant applied the finishing touch.
Atkins swinging this one, and Simon's nowhere, and it's a goal from Taylor O'Brien. Who else? The Eastern Suburbs.
The attack, but then straight away has to turn back. There's some defending work to do. Ruby Nathan, one of those slip passes that Springs was so good at in the first half, and it has borne fruit with Maya Vince, the substitute, coming on from a deep position, getting in front of the keeper again, and just sliding that ball home, and Auckland United double their advantage. Alicia Green.
Maisie Jewell beats one, and now Kelly Brown in a good position. That's a decent cross.
Oh, lovely ball.
Brilliant goal. Absolutely stunning finish from a high quality cross, and a very well conceived move by Northern Rovers.
Here's a good opportunity, good chance, good shot, good goal. Canterbury United Pride opened the scoring. Charlotte Roach, the second opportunity she's had this afternoon. This one, marshalled by Philpott. We'll twist the ball inside. Here's Painterberg. Painterberg with a strike. Painterberg with the goal. Lovely left foot strike by Emma Painterberg. Took the ball onto her left foot and just drilled that one past Kuimano.
Lovely ball through for Devon Jackson. Has a little shot. Oh, lovely place there by Devon Jackson. Nice little side foot. Pass to Samoa. 2-0 Eastern Suburbs. Some enthusiastic Eastern Suburbs crowd there tonight. Oh, Takeda. Oh! What a great goal by Takeda. The ball in, she cuts on the inside onto her left foot, strikes it perfectly into the top left-hand corner.
Post. Oh, lovely bit of work.
Oh, what a goal!
Clara Smith. What a wonderful strike. She can't believe it herself.
Devon Jackson gets a little touch off to Wilfred Carroll, has a shot. Oh! It is a shot and a half. Wilfred Carroll. That's a sucker punch right there for Western Springs. And what a left-footed rocket by Wilfred Carroll.
Madison, wayward pass, Hirano intercepts that on that occasion. Garcia, Hirano now, one-on-one. Here's Hirano. Oh, great footwork. And it's in. It is a goal from Hirano. Well, thought that one may get away from her, but she did choose to find the back of the net on that occasion. Rena Hirano, a bit of pressure playing off for Western Springs. One-on-one with Ulavili, does well. And on target, what a strike! Petra Buick, fantastic strike. What a run from the substitute. She's been quite the star for Canterbury since she's been on.
Yes, that goal from Petra Buick rounding out a good highlights package. Many of the goals from this National Women's Championship. Looking at the Golden Boot, Taylor O'Brien there. Out in front from Bree Johnson, sitting on currently on 12 goals. Taylor O'Brien, 17. Devon Jackson, her Eastern Suburbs teammate, well up there with 11. You can see Kelly Brown on 10. So looking to add to that total today. So the players getting ready. So looking at the games tomorrow, Southern United up against Eastern Suburbs. That's on Sky Sport Next at midday. And then Auckland United versus Capital Football. It's a 1:30 kickoff, also on Sky Sport Next. So we're in the hands of Chris Trent. Everyone ready to go for the second half. Northern Rovers only leading Canterbury Pride 2-0. Goals from Alexis Cook and Suya Herring. And it'll be interesting to see whether the Pride can change the script a little bit. Not enough going forward in that first 45 minutes. They need to show a bit more endeavour and a bit more quality up front. They need to get Charlotte Roach more into the game. She's scored a bunch of goals in the last 4 weeks, but largely unsighted in that first 45 minutes. Courtney Noble looking for the overlapping run of Herring. It's been a feature of the Northern Rovers play. You've had Suya Herring on one side, you've had Talisha Green, the captain, on the other side, both willing and eager to get forward and just add to the physical the numbers up front. And that's something that the Pride haven't really been able to do. Just been pegged back a little bit too much. Kayla Hunt looking down the line for Bellamy. Here's a chance. Roche slips it inside the Buick. Roche! And the shot into the side netting. Well, a little bit of combination play there on the edge of the Northern Rovers penalty area between Charlotte Roach, Petra Buick. Again, the shot not on target, and I don't think that Canterbury have had a shot on target. Well, maybe one where the ball straight into the arms of Alan Blount. Just on the near post, I seem to remember, but haven't really tested the Rovers keeper. It's been a pretty quiet afternoon for Blount. This is better. Good intervention from Moreau. This is Bellamy. Bellamy. Can she get a shot away? Trying to get it on the left foot. Cuts back onto her right. Finds Roche. She's onside. And the cover comes across, but can only deflect the ball into the back of the net. And we talked about Canterbury having to do more going forward, and they've done exactly that. 2 minutes into the second half. And it is Charlotte Roach that capitalises on a really good play from Chloe Bellamy. The Rovers players were appealing for offside, but certainly didn't look like it with a number of black shirts back there. And Charlotte Roach keeps her goal-scoring form going. That's her 8th in 5 games. So terrific effort from her. And the Pride back in this one. Oh, that's a lovely pass. That's great play. Here's Kelly Brown. Can she put it? And Foyle just doesn't collect, and that's an easy tap in and a second goal for Alexis Cook. Well, that's disappointing from the Pride. This is a lovely pass though. Well weighted ball from Courtney Noble, and Una Foyle won't want to see that too often. Just lets the ball slip through her grasp. And Alexis Cook does really well to follow up and is on hand just to walk that one into the net. And straight away, Rovers restore their 2-goal advantage. So free kick for the Pride. The game's really livened up at the start of this second half. Just dropped into the edge of the box. Hepburn battling for it. It's a great strike. Oh, what a goal! What a terrific goal from Lauren Dabner. Well, Hepburn had done the work up front on the edge of the box, and then the ball fell to Lauren Dabner, and boy, she's rifled this one home. Just rolls out, puts it through the legs of the oncoming defender, and Ellen Blount saw it late, but couldn't do anything about it. And the game's exploded into life. The Pride now just 1 goal behind again. Can they hold on to, or can they get themselves back on level terms? Certainly showing more in the second half than they did in the first. So Alana Gunn, whatever changes she'd made, certainly are paying dividends. Just way more adventurous in this first 5 minutes of the second spell. Maisie Jewell. And that should be a corner. Now the Pride will have to do some defending. Won't want to concede again so quickly after they've clawed themselves back into the contest. Delivered into the penalty area. Foyle punches, not unconvincingly, and Wassie's there to drive it home. Well, Northern Rovers are saying, whatever you guys can do, we can do as well. And it's tit for tat here at McFetridge Park. Foyle punches out, lands, and that's not a great clearance by the Pride defence. Falls to Wassie, and she just passes the ball into the net. Good finish from Renee Wassie. Good composed play from the former Western Springs player. And she restores the 2-goal lead for Rovers. Well, 4 goals in the space of 7 minutes. So the crowd here is certainly getting their value, although it's there's no money changing hands, but certainly getting value for the effort to get out this afternoon. Good work from Petra Buick, putting a bit of pressure on. I think that's certainly made a difference in the second half. Pride pushing players forward. I think Noble's offside here. Yes, just waiting to see if she was affecting play. So Foyle coming out. Here's Roche. Oh, lovely ball from Roche. It's a good story, Charlotte Roche, top goal scorer for the Pride, the Mainland Pride in the youth league, where they won that competition and scored 10 goals in the National Youth Competition. Charlotte Roche, promoted by Alana Gunn into the National League team and has just gone on a goal-scoring spree. As I said, 8 goals in the last 5 games as Talisha Green runs and runs and runs into the box. Can she deliver a telling ball? No. Just delivers that one too deep for Brown in the middle. It was a good run from captain Talisha Green. Looks up, just then the technique lets her down. Yes, Charlotte Roche, 8 in 5 games. Hat-trick last weekend against Auckland United. It's got plenty of pace, decent presence up front as well, and a real eye for goal. Has just finished high school, so sizing up her options. I think maybe thinking of going over to the US, get a scholarship over there, but obviously everyone's thinking about the Women's World Cup here in New Zealand and Australia next year, so maybe an outside chance to push a claim for that. And plenty of opportunities for female players around the world. Here's Hunt driving forward. Michaela Hunt. I think she was looking for that top corner, but couldn't get the power on it. You can see the way more urgency by the Pride team in this second half. Here's Bellamy. Bellamy drops that one back to McCain. And Roche heads it out for a goal kick. This is Chloe Bellamy. And you see McCain there, just can't direct a header on target. Like there may be a substitution in the offing, and it is a second substitution for the Pride, and it will be Charlotte Mortlock coming on in place of Petra Buick. It looks like a straight swap there with Mortlock coming into this left wing position. Hepburn there, just holding the play up. Here's Lara Wall. Saw Wall and Brown having a good old tussle in that first 45 minutes. Hunt. Yeah, just dwelt too long on it, Michaela Hunt. Finds herself, that's a nice ball as well. Good strong challenge from Wasi as the two number 12s come together. Renee Wasi, Father Murray is a coach at Western Springs. Oh, here's Brown. Brown trying to get in behind the defence as Foyle comes out, has to come off her line very quickly and does so. Dabner. She'll still be feeling good after that goal. Lauren Dabner. Gosh, what a strike that was. Ball skews away from Maisie Jewell, and it'll be a corner as Dabner heads over there to take it. After that frenetic 7 or 8 minutes at the start of the second half, the game sort of settled down into more of a pattern. I think the Pride will be happy with where they're playing the game at the moment, mainly in the Northern Rovers half of the field, into the near post. Headed clear. McCain will pick this up. Back to Dabner. Back to McCain. Delivers into the penalty area. People there. Goal! Lovely header on the back post. I think it's Chloe Bellamy. Ball gets drilled across. And yes, Bellamy just flicks that one in. And the goals continue, and it's an immediate response from Ben Bate as he looks to make substitutions. Mackenzie Longmuir coming on, as is Liana Ryan, and off goes Courtney Noble. Not sure who the other player was that went off. Pick that one up for you in a minute. But right on the hour mark, Canterbury score their third. They trail by 1. Leanna Ryan comes on for Noble. Chelsea Elliott just sends that one forward. As we were saying, I think the game in the second 45 minutes, or this second half, so far has been played predominantly in the Northern Rovers part of the field, but Rovers in that time have scored 2 goals, one from a corner and one from a quick counter attack. Longmuir. Mackenzie Longmuir on for Maisie Jewell. This is Talisha Green. Long throw into the penalty area. She's got a prodigious throw on her. There's Talisha Green. Mortlock. Mortlock looks to switch the play, but needed to put that ball in front of her teammate. A lovely run in behind. Now Cook, Alexis Cook, one-on-one with Foyle, and pulled back by the assistant referee's flag. It just strayed early, Alexis Cook. It was Leanna Ryan with the run and the pass, but Cook just too early, and now Elliott goes forward. She looks over the top as well. Bellamy overruns. Now Brown. Brown, one-on-one. Oh, plays the ball out wide, and you can see the bobbly surface just making it really difficult for Leanna Ryan. She's only just come on. Oh, here's Brown. Brown. Boys, ricochet to her. Can she put it away? Brown into keeper. And Foyle gets a foot out to effect the save. Gosh, you'd think for all money that Kelly Brown would put that ball away. Just needed to put it more to the side of the keeper. Well, somewhat fortuitously, the ball found its way to Brown. Struck it cleanly, but too close to the keeper. But it's end-to-end stuff here at McFetridge Park. Plenty of action, plenty of goals, plenty of chances. Here's Brown again. Brown with the shot. This time she finds the back of the net. Well, a minute before she'd missed an easier chance. This time on her left foot. She does really well, controls it onto her left, and then just puts that one high over foil, just inside the post. And Rovers restore their advantage again. It's back out to 5-3. It's a goal fest here on the North Shore. Dabner. Well, substitution happening. Looks like a double substitution. Ella McCain goes off. Here's Wasi. Cook slaloming through the middle of the park. Comes unstuck. So Lisa Evans on for Ella McCain. Now opportunity to shoot, and straight at the keeper. Another long range effort, and again straight into Ellen Blount's hands. Dabner. Wall. Flicked inside to Bellamy. Bellamy drives that one across. I think she was looking for Roche, but just somewhat miscontrolled it. Well, we had 9 goals in the first game at Seddon Fields. Springs put 9 past Central. We've had 8 so far here at McFetridge Park this afternoon. I think there's another substitution being made. Yes. I think it's Alexis Cook, who's scored a couple of goals this afternoon, and Shannon Henson on for Cook. Just saying we've had 17 goals so far in the 2 games this afternoon. So you certainly can't complain about Goldmouth action in the Women's National League Championship. Corner for Northern Rovers. Pride want to defend this corner better than they did the last, where they conceded a goal. Ball drifts out to Kelly Brown, swing and a miss. World softball champs on at the moment. Unfortunately, New Zealand didn't make it through to the Super 6 at the World Softball Champs. Yeah, Chelsea Elliott with the free kick. Drills that one, and that'll be harmless for Una Foyle. Other women's football on this weekend. Wellington Phoenix women go up against The Melbourne Victory over in Australia. Lost their first 2 games by 4-1 to Melbourne City and Western United have the Phoenix, so looking to turn their season around, but up against a very, very good Melbourne Victory team, so it'll be very difficult for them to get points from that game. Of course, they'll be trying to do better than last season, where they finished bottom equal with Western Sydney Wanderers. So they're just struggling at the moment, the Wellington Phoenix women. There's Wassi trying to run down that ball, does well. He's had a good game this afternoon, Renee Wassi. Some really good telling passes, done a lot of work, won a lot of ball in the middle of the park. Oof. Not cleared at all. Here's Ryan. Ryan, can she pick a pass? And the ball just flies out for another corner. Well, Canterbury Pride just the architects of their own undoing at the moment. Can't clear the ball. This was the end of the action, but the ball should have been way down the other end of the field as Michaela Hunt just puts it over the goal line. Again, the ball into the 6-yard box, punched away. Here's Wassi again. Just slices off the outside of her boot. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Chris Trent pointing to the spot. Well, it was one of those awkward ones where the ball was bouncing, the defender was going to clear it, and the attacker just gets a foot in before the defender can clear. And Leanna Ryan got across, touched the ball, took the kick from Chloe Bellamy, and Chris Trent, no real hesitation in awarding the penalty. And it'll be up to Talisha Green to try and convert. I say not the world's biggest penalty spot, but it'll certainly do the trick. Chris Trent, as we've seen in the FIFA World Cup, whenever there's a penalty, just telling the keeper they can't move. They've got to keep 1 foot on the line until the ball's kicked. Green up against Foyle. Talisha Green sends the keeper the wrong way. And that's the half dozen for Northern Rovers. They lead this one 6-3 with just under 20 minutes to go. And you can see there, Leanna Ryan just getting across, and Talisha Green converts. 6-3. So a long way back now for Canterbury, who started the second half so brightly. So 9 goals in each of the games we've had today. Can we get to double figures? Gosh, the way the second half's going, you wouldn't put it past these players. Plenty of red shirts lined up on the 18-yard line. Lauren Dabner. Looking to put this one into the penalty area, flicked on the edge of the box. A little bit of a head clash there, I think, and the referee will stop the play straight away. There's 2 players down. Chelsea Elliott's one of them. See Chelsea Elliott there. I think she got that ball in the face, unsighted somewhat, and then there was a clash of heads as the ball bounced up. Right player looks to be okay. Chloe Bellamy will see there. Chris Trent just saying, yeah, you got to go to the sideline. So will Chelsea Elliott. I think Alan Blount had some couple of choice words with her defender. And this will be a drop ball for the Pride. 15 minutes to go here. So if the Pride are to leapfrog over Northern Rovers on the competition ladder, they're going to have to score a couple of goals very, very quickly. Really put some scoreboard pressure on them. There's a wall. Out to Mortlock. Again, going for the 1-2. And Mortlock, can she keep it in? Nope. The ball just rolls out. So, and so much football on TV over the last couple of weeks. The FIFA World Cup now into the knockout stages. Some really, really great games in store in the round of 16 from Qatar. England up against Senegal. Netherlands versus USA. It's going to be a cracking game. Of course, Australia reaching the round of 16. Probably beyond most people's expectations. They're up against Argentina. You can see Chelsea Elliott there, I think, being asked to leave. Maybe there's a blood issue there. And it looks like a substitution being made. I think it's Chelsea Elliott that's gone off. Grace Bartlett, it is there, number 11, who's come on. Looks like she's gone into the middle of the midfield. So we'll just see if it is Chelsea Elliott who has gone off. Foyle out to Hunt. Here's Wall. Mortlock. Nice little step over from Mortlock. But Longmuir does well. Just rolls the ball back. And frustration there from Bellamy. Yes, it is Chelsea Elliott. You can see here, they're just taking a place on the edge of the dugout. Gets a bib from Ben Bate. Strong challenge on Bartlett. Here's Hepburn battling away. Grace Bartlett just nicks in there, and Hepburn puts her hand up. She knew straight away that was a foul. Green drives that one hard and low. Bartlett. Again. Charlotte Roach just not getting the service today. There was a patch there at the start of the second half that it looked like the Pride had found a way to get her the ball, but since that first 15 minutes or so, it's been more and more difficult for the Pride. Oh, that's a bad pass. Wasi now. There's space out left, and she picks the pass. Ryan, tackle goes in, and I think this might be another penalty. Or is the flag up for offside? No, it's offside. So, just for a moment there with the referee, it was a strong blow on the whistle. Bellamy just lifts that one over the top, turns the defence. Can they keep it in? No, they can't. Ball over the line for a goal kick. And a reshuffle at the back of Northern Rovers. You can see Alicia Green has gone into centre back, and a position she's very, very familiar with, and that'll be a free kick on the edge of the box. Lisa Evans there getting upended, and this is in a very handy position. You can see there, got in front of the defender, just drew the foul. This is a great position. Lauren Dabner. Well, if she hits one like she hit at the start of this half, then Ellen Blount's going to have a problem. It's 4 on the wall. There's a line of red shirts waiting. Dabner hits it off the bar and off Blount and out. I'm not sure Ellen Blount knew much about that one, but what a terrific strike again from Lauren Dabner. So unlucky for that one not to go in off the underside of the bar. And Rovers scrambling to get this one clear. Now Wasi gets the ball under control. Does really well, Renee Wasi. Good ball forward as well. Shannon Henson battling for it. Wasi again wins the ball. Oh, great intervention from Kendra Smith. Herring just settling the play down a bit. Green. Ryan. Oh, good ball with the outside of the foot. Brown, but the ball just too deep for her. Oh, here's a replay of the strike from Lauren Dabner, just off the back of Ellen Blount. What a great strike that one was from the free kick. Here's Brown. Hepburn, Dabner. Wall. again, Northern Rovers do well to break up the attack. That's good play from Rovers. Now the ball in behind. Henson. Both sides passing the ball better in this last few minutes. Dasha Kyogan there. Takes the throw, gets it back again. Smith. Across to Hunt. Hunt skips past one, but overruns the ball. And Danielle Canham. Again, how often have we seen Northern Rovers searching for that pass? Split pass in between the centre back and the right back. This time just a bit straight. Here's Roach. Charlotte Roach. Is she going to shoot? Roach hits it! And wide of Blount's goal. Just so shows how dangerous she can be. Charlotte Roach gets the ball, gets free of a defender, and then just has a really good sight on goal. Unfortunately for her and her teammates, this shot just going wide. Hepburn's done well in the middle of the park again. Most experienced Canterbury Pride player. Just doing a really good job in the middle of the park, winning a lot of ball. And calm when in possession. Here's Hunt. Been impressed with her since she's come on as well. Technically very good at the back, Michaela Hunt. Longmuir to Ryan. Ryan still sticking to her task. One eye quizzically at the referee there. Ooh, ball over the top. Green and Roach push in the back. Yes, the referee agrees. Well, that's dicing there from Ellen Blount. You can see the shove here, just there, just the arm up from Charlotte Roche, but I'm not sure that Ben Bate would be too happy with Helen Blount there, just very casual. Foyle taking no risks. Longmuir into Wassi. Nice pass. Nice reverse ball there from Wassi. Bartlett gets the ball out wide to Herring. Herring with the long range strike. Not on target. Yeah, looking ahead to next week. The Pride finish off their season up against Capital Football. Northern Rovers have a difficult home game against Southern United. Eastern Suburbs up against Western Springs, which will be a curtain raiser to the same game the weekend after in the grand final. And Central Football will entertain Auckland United to finish off their season. Central Football looking to add to that solitary victory that they've managed to secure. It's been a difficult season for Central Football. They've conceded a lot of goals, 60 goals. Well, over 60 goals, 68 goals now in 13 games. So into the last minute of normal time. We've had 9 goals. The game's somewhat settled down. We're going to see 10. Ball swung wide. McIntosh. And 5 minutes of time to be added on. Oh, Blount. That's not convincing. Ball just spins away. Dabner cuts inside one. Looks for a teammate. Finds it in Mortlock. Oh, edge of the box, and then Wasi. Here's Mortlock again. And eventually they go all the way back. Again, good driving run from Michaela Hunt. Here's Roach. They go wide. That just might be a little bit too wide. Oh, it does really well, Lara Wall, to keep that ball in and win the throw. It should look like that one was going out. Smith across to Hunt. Kayla Hunt just sizing up her options, looking for someone to play the ball into. She found a willing runner in Lauren Dabner, who had unfortunately straight offside, but we've had 2 minutes of the 5. So the result is beyond doubt. Northern Rovers have done well. They weathered the storm early in the piece of the second half. And in the end, scoring 6 goals is a very pleasing result for Ben Bate and his coaching team. Hogan with the throw. Yeah, tussle there, and Chris Trent gives a free kick to the Pride. And they'll win a corner here. Is there another opportunity for a goal? The final throws of this match. It'll be Kyogen with the corner. Again, they've thrown plenty of players forward, hard and low, into the near post. They'll get a second bite at this, I think. Yes, ball goes out. Ryan can't keep it in, and it's a second consecutive corner for the Pride. Needs a good delivery. Assistant referee not happy where the ball's placed. Kyogen again to that near post area, out to the edge of the box. Evans leaves it for Mortlock. Oh, the ball's bouncing around, and Hepburn just spins. I don't think she was trying to shoot there. I think she was just trying to flick it past the last defender. You can see here it's an awkward bouncing ball. Maybe she was trying to get some contact on it, but not enough to trouble the keeper. Brown. It's been relatively quiet, Kelly Brown, in this second half. Well, there it is, right on the 95 minutes. Chris Trent blows for full time. And in a game that really exploded into life at the start of the second half, Northern Rovers went into the break at 2-0. And then goals, it was tit for tat, with Charlotte Roche in the 48th minute, Alexi Cook in the 49th minute, Dabner in the 50th minute, Wassie in the 52nd minute, Bellamy in the 60th minute, Kelly Brown in the 64th minute, and then everything sort of settled down a bit, and Talisha Green converted a penalty with about 15 minutes to go to round out the scoring. But it's Northern Rovers who've run out victors here, 6-3 over the Canterbury Pride. So, highly entertaining game here from McFettridge Park. Another 9-goal thriller to follow the one at Western Springs against Central Football earlier in the afternoon. Southern United tomorrow will play Eastern Suburbs, looking to put a dent in the Suburbs juggernaut. Auckland United are at home at Keithay Park against, I think that's Capital Football tomorrow. And looking at the table, Eastern Suburbs on top, Western Springs in second place, and Northern Rovers hold on to their third spot, and they will finish in third spot for the National Women's League. So a good result for Ben Bate and his team. Canterbury United will have to try and hold off the charge from Southern United to hold on to fourth spot. And then down the bottom of the table, it's Auckland United just ahead of Central Football. So, big final tomorrow from Mount Smart Stadium, live on Sky Sport 3. Broadcast starts at 1:50. It's Auckland City FC up against Wellington Olympic. That promises to be an absolutely cracking match. Wellington Olympic, the two best sides in the men's competition, come together. It was a really close affair in the round one of that competition. Auckland City just edging it 2-1, but Wellington Olympic have probably been the form team in the men's competition. So tune in for that one tomorrow. But from myself, Fred de Jong, here at McFettridge Park, we've seen a terrific game of football between the visiting Pride and Northern Rovers. And it's been Northern Rovers who have run out the winners. A lot of goals for you to enjoy. And we look forward to seeing you for some more action tomorrow.